Hey y'all, did you know they was coming out with a brand new video game, a brand new fighting game based on the movie Kickboxer by Van Damme? Yo, this has blown me away. I can't believe it. And when I found out about this, I was like, I can't wait to tell the people. So I really wanted to talk to y'all about this game, man, because this looks pretty cool. The only other video game that I know about that has Van Damme in it is the Street Fighter the movie video game. If you've ever played that, they kind of made it look like Mortal Kombat, where they took the actual actors and they had them do moves and took those parts and put them comped them onto some background and then put them in the game. But let's see what they're saying about this Kickboxer game. This is over at IGN. It says former Call of Duty devs, developers, are making the first ever official Kickboxer video game, but is Jean-Claude Van Damme in it? Oh, okay. See, now they playing. Former Call of Duty developers are making the first ever video game based on the Kickboxer martial arts film franchise. Los Angeles based Force Multiplier Studios is working with Dimitri I don't know how to say his last name, and Rob Hickman, the filmmakers behind the recent rebooted Kickboxer trilogy, to develop the Kickboxer video game. Pause. It's a Kickboxer trilogy? I only saw two. There was Vengeance and Retaliation. What was after that? Somebody gonna have to fill me in on that. Jean-Claude Van Damme starred in the first Kickboxer film, which released in 1989, and did so well it spawned a number of sequels. Van Damme failed to return for Kickboxer 2, instead making 1991's Double Impact, which was dope as fuck. If he read the script to Kickboxer 2, I know why he didn't come back. Because if that shit was on the table waiting for him, and then they just switched it around and made it about another secret brother, then I could see why he avoided it. Plus, they did him real dirty in the sequel. Him and his brother, him Dennis Alexio, killing them off screen. Even if they did that shit on screen, it probably would have been even more disrespectful. Let me go back. Jean Claude Van Damme starred in the first Kickboxer film, which released in 1989, and did so well it spawned a number of sequels. Van Damme failed to return for Kickboxer 2, instead making 1991's Double Impact, but did star in the 2016 reboot Kickboxer Vengeance alongside David Batista and its 2018 sequel Kickboxer Retaliation. The third installment of the reboot trilogy, Kickboxer Armageddon, is set to shoot this spring. There we go. Now I'm kind of filled in on that. And hopefully the rest of y'all are too. If you don't know about these remakes, they were pretty. The first one was really cool with Batista. Listen, Batista plays Tong Po. And we all know Tong Po is this vicious Thai fighting gangster. That's who Van Damme was up against in the first movie. Van Damme's character is played by a different guy, Alain Moussi. He's Kurt now, and he's taking on Batista, being trained by Van Damme. So seeing Van Damme in the shoes of the trainer it's just awesome. It's just really it's like everything's come full circle. As for the video game, it's said to be in the early development, but according to Force Multiplier Studios, will combine the rich narrative of Kickboxer with kinetic martial arts action to deliver an intense, high octane brawler and feature iconic characters and locations from the franchise originally starring martial arts icon Jean Claude Van Damme. IGN asked if Jean Claude Van Damme himself has signed in to star in the video game, but Force Multiplier Studios kept things vague. We're all massive fans of the kick. This is them responding, right? This is all in quotes. We're all massive fans of the Kickboxer movies, and we have the license to many characters and likenesses from the Kickboxer universe that we're very excited about. Brent Friedman, Chief Creative Officer at Force Multiplier Studios, said, we'll have much more to share later in the year. Force Multiplier Studios is a new development studio co founded by Jeremy Breslaw, Brent Friedman, and Sharneet Bansi, who led narrative and design on the likes of Call of Duty, Borderlands, and Halo. They've also worked on the Tomb Raider and Mortal Kombat. Kickboxer is more than just a film, it's a cultural phenomenon that has inspired generations and fans and martial artists alike, said Dmitry Logothetis, writer and director of Kickboxer Armageddon. I'm thrilled to collaborate with the incredible team at Force Multiplier Studios. We're going to create a gaming experience that pays tribute to the original film while introducing exciting new gameplay elements. Force Multiplier Studios' first game in a combat shooter called Carnivus Rooftop Rumble, which was released within Fortnite, but it sounds like Kickboxer is a step up for the team. Our passion is innovation, and just as we're innovating on Fortnite Creative with our environmental combat shooter experience, Carnivus, we can't wait to innovate the fighting game with a dynamic brawler that will empower players to be the best kickboxers in the world, traveling the exotic locales, and introducing new environmental combat mechanics to deliver a martial arts experience like never before, added Jeremy Reslaw, CEO of Force Multiplier Studios. That's all we have for now. No screenshots or trailer just yet. Expect more information later this year. And that's basically what they said earlier in the article. So I just think it's really cool. You know, it's been 35 years since, the movie dropped, and they're coming out with a video game for it now. Who knows how deep it'll go, or if it'll turn into other games or what. But it sounds really cool. I want to beat the shit out of Tong Po. I would love it. Give me the sticks, bro. I'll go in now, beat the shit out of Tong Po in the game. So all this is really cool stuff. I can't wait to find out more, see what's going on with the game. I totally forgot that Van Damme was put into Mortal Kombat. He was in Mortal Kombat and kicking ass in that. They teamed him up with Scorpion. So like during his fatality, Scorpion would come in and and rip people apart, do stuff. But Van Damme was cold in that game, man. He was destroying fools. And he couldn't wait to beat the shit out of Johnny Cage because, Mortal Kombat was originally supposed to be a Van Damme game. And Johnny Cage was based off of Van Damme. It was supposed to be Van Damme originally, from what I understand. And then I don't know what happened. Things changed along the way, and the character became who we know today as Johnny Cage. This new Kickboxer game is a cool thing. Like I'm so excited for it, and I'm happy to be able to tell you all about it. And so we just gotta wait and find out what they're gonna do. So they're already acting like, oh, is Van Damme gonna be in the game? I mean, what would it be without him? It'd be like Mike Tyson's Punch Out without Mike Tyson. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what they're planning on doing with the game and how they're going to take it to the next level. And they're saying, they want to give people the best game, like fighting game experience. So it makes me want to buy a new system and prepare for this, man, because the shit sounds great. Anybody that's familiar with the Kickboxer movies and stuff like that, they're going to have a great time. I wonder if they're going to put all the brothers in there, and then we'd be able to fight as Eric and, the dude that played Cody. Step by step, whatever. I don't know how many of y'all remember that. All this sounds great. It sounds really, really good. Anybody that don't know Kickboxer, man, you got to go watch it. It's probably on Prime. They always have a lot of Van Damme movies on Prime, so you can go over there and check it out. Van Damme is Kurt Sloan. He's with his brother Eric. Eric is a kickboxing champ in America. He gets invited to Thailand to go fight this dude named Tong Po. Tong Po is a crazy ass Thai fighting gangster. And his manager, Freddie Lee, bitch ass Freddie Lee, is a gangster who, oh man, Freddie Lee ain't shit. So they go down there, and Van Damme gets a look at Tong Po before the fight, and he's like telling Eric, look, man, don't do this shit. This nigga's crazy. He's fucking crazy. All right, you don't want to do this. Like, they fight different here. They got different rules and shit. And so Eric is like, man, he can't fuck with me. So he go out there, and he get fucked up. And it's like, oh, man, he gets crippled. And so Van Damme is broken up, or Kurt Sloan, he's broken up and he don't know what to do. So he starts searching for a Thai trainer. He starts searching for somebody that could train him in ways of Thai fighting so he could take on Tong Po. Everybody laughing at him. They like, man, you ain't gonna do shit. So he finds this guy, and the guy decides to train him, and he trains the shit out of Van Damme, bro. I mean, he trains his ass. And then he take him to the bar, get him drunk, make him get into a fight, and Van Damme whooping ass drunk, and it was just the greatest thing. And then he starts getting matches because Freddie Lee, his goons got taken out at the bar. So he's like, hey, obviously you can see my boy's ready. So they start setting up matches. The Van Damme's whooping ass, and he like, I want Tong Po. Give me Tong Po. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, man, he in there fighting Tong Po. When they fight, bruh, this is like the most brutal shit. They gotta wrap their hands. You'll see it. You'll see it, bro. You gotta watch the movie, man. I know I done told you most of it, but you gotta see the rest. Like that last fight is some shit, bro. Like they need to start making fights like that again. Like I don't care what we see on the UFC and all that shit. That's cool. I mean, you know, it's real and all that. But bro, when you watch a movie, you want to be able to see all the blows. You want to see, you know, all the movements and shit. So they need to go back to making fights like that. Forget all these cuts and shit, cutting 15 times just to do a quick little move. Nah, that's just out. We need to get back to making fights like this. So Kickboxer, man, if you ain't seen it, you need to get on it. And like I said, man, the video game is on the way. So anybody out there that's a fan, man, I know you guys are probably just hella giddy right now. So that's how I'm feeling. I want to go out and buy a system just so I can get, you know, prepared for this game coming out. So let me know how you feel down in the comments about it all, man, and we'll talk.
I want Tong Po. Give me Tong Po.